Okay, Algebra 2 students, here's the first video for section 3.4, which is about dividing polynomials. The essential question, how can you divide polynomials? Vocab, factor theorem, remainder theorem, synthetic division, and in the end you will be able to divide polynomials. First type we will deal with how to use long division to divide polynomials. So let's say we have this polynomial p, which is x cubed plus 5x squared plus 6x plus 9, and we're going to divide it by x plus 3. Using long division, we set it up this way, and we look at the leading coefficient is x. If we multiply x by x squared, we'll get x cubed, so that's what belongs here, x squared. And then you actually multiply x times x squared to get x cubed plus 3x squared, and then you subtract, just like doing a division problem. You'll get nothing for the x cubed terms. 5 minus 3 is 2x squared. And then, like in a division problem, you would bring down the next numbers. So for a polynomial, you would bring down the next two parts of the polynomial, or 3 or 4, or whatever there is. Then the next thing to do is take the 2x squared divided by x, and you'd get 2x, because 2x times x is the 2x squared. So 2x is the next thing that's going to go up here. Then you multiply the 2x times the x and get 2x squared plus 6x, because that's what you're going to get when you multiply. Let's see if they have, yes. And then we would subtract. 2x squared minus 2x squared is nothing. 6x minus 6x is nothing. And then we have 9. So what do we do when there's a number here and it's not a binomial? What we do when we end up with just a number, that's our remainder. So we say the remainder is 9. So when you divide this polynomial by this binomial, you'll get x squared plus 2x. And then what you have to do with the remainder is you have to write it as the remainder divided by the binomial. So the final answer for this polynomial divided by x plus 3 is x squared plus 2x plus 9 over x plus 3. Okay? That's long division. Let's see if they have another example for us for long division. Yes, they do. This one's a little trickier because they have x cubed, but there's no x squared or x term. But we're going to put in zeros for that, like they did here. Wow, they did that. They didn't do it in steps. But we start off with 8x cubed with 0x squared plus 0x, excuse me, plus 27. We're going to divide that by 2x plus 3. So here's the 2x plus 3. We look at the leading coefficient. 8x cubed divided by 2x is 4x squared. So that's what's here. And then we multiply 4x squared times 2x to get 8x cubed, and 4x squared times 2x to get, times 3 to get 12x squared. Then we subtract. 8 minus 8 gives us nothing. 0 minus 12 is negative 12x squared. We bring down the 0x. We bring down the 27. Then we look at the leading coefficient, the negative 12. Negative 12 divided by 2 is negative 6, so that goes up here, negative 6. X squared divided by x is x. So we're going to multiply by negative 6. And negative 6x times 2x is negative 12x squared. And negative 6x times 3 is negative 18. There's a miss. They didn't write the negative in there. They should have. Then we're going to subtract. Negative 12x minus negative 12x squared. They cancel out. 0 minus negative 18 is positive 18. And then the 27 comes down. Now we're looking at 18x and the 2x. When you take 18x divided by 2x, you get just 9 with no x's. So that goes up here. 9 times 2x is 18x. 9 times 3 is 27. Then you subtract and you end up with nothing. There's no remainder. So it turns out that this polynomial can be found by taking 2x plus 3 times this polynomial, right? If you go this divided by this and you get this, that's the same thing as saying if you take this times this, you'll get that polynomial. All right, and now they probably have one or two for us to try. They have two for us to try. Use long division to divide the polynomials, then write the dividend in terms of the quotient and the remainder. Okay, give it a shot. Oh, this is a little more complex. It's not dividing by a binomial. So you'll have to keep that in mind. You got three terms there. And this one looks tricky because it has 4x squared and there's not an x term. So these might be ones that I should do for you, but I'll still give people a chance to do them on their own and see if you get the right answer. Okay. And then I'll do them out after I show the work that could be assigned. Okay, this breaks down, when you divide it by x minus 4x to the third, you get x minus 2. They're showing their answer differently than what I was. I apologize. When you divide this polynomial by 4x squared plus 9, you get 4x squared minus 9. And there's a remainder of 4, minus 4. Okay, I will do those out after I show you the potential homework. For example 1, your teacher could assign you from page 160, 15 through 18, 10, 14, and 34, or 11. For those of you who want more explanation, here we go. I need to divide this by this, so I'm going to write what I'm dividing by over on this side. Probably could get away with writing it a lot faster by not doing all this, but this is how we showed it, so might as well. We have 1x cubed, we have 6x squared. If there's ever anything missing, we put in a 0, remember that, plus 11x and minus 6. Okay, I'm going to look at the leading coefficients, and I have just 1x squared, and here I have 1x cubed. So when I divide x cubed by x squared, I get x. Now this has 3 terms, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. The x goes right here. X times x squared is x cubed. X times negative 4x is negative 4x squared. X times 3 is 3x. And then I need to subtract. And sometimes people forget this. Let me change colors. Sometimes people forget about the subtracting. We're going to subtract that. It's going to come out with nothing. We're going to subtract the negative, which makes it a plus. Negative 6 plus 4 is negative 2. And then we're going to subtract 3x. 11 minus 3x is 8x. And then we need to bring down the minus 6. All right. Then I look at the negative 2x squared and the x squared, and I see when you divide by x squared, I just have the negative 2 left, so this is a minus 2. When I multiply by negative 2, I get negative 2x squared. Negative 2 times negative 4x is positive 8x. And negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. And when it ends up being exactly the same, when I subtract, I'm going to come out to 0, so there's no remainder. So that's how they got negative 2 as the multiplier right here, because they showed their answer as multiplying the two factors. And I know it's a long video, but to show you how to do this one, we have the 16x to the 4th, but then there's no x cubes, and there's no x squareds, and there's no x's, and then there's a minus 85. I just need to remember this is x cubed, x squared, and x. Okay. And I got to divide it by 4x squared plus 9. Okay. First thing is to look at the coefficients, or I mean not the coefficient, but the leading terms. 6x to the fourth divided by 4x squared is 4x squared. This only has two terms here, so 1, 2 right here. 4x squared. If I multiply 4x squared times 4x squared, I'm going to get 16x to the fourth. I'm saving time by not writing it. 4x squared times 9 is positive 36x squared. Now we need to subtract, remember, so that actually comes out to a minus 36x squared. And even though I wrote all those zeros, because I multiplied by 4x squared and 4x squared, and 4x squared times the 9, it came out to 36x squared. I actually don't have to have all those terms, because if you look at that and look at that, the leading coefficients, I got negative 36 and 4, and the x squareds are the same, so I really just have to factor out a 9. Minus 9. So instead of bringing down 0, I'm going to bring down minus 85. Because the next term, when I multiply by negative 9, it's going to be the same same value of x, same exponent for x. Negative 9 times 4 is negative 36x squared. Negative 9 times 9 is negative 81. But then we need to subtract. Subtract makes it opposite sign and opposite sign. We're left with 0x squareds, and we have negative 4 as a remainder. So they wanted to show the answer as a factor, so they have that as a factor, times this as a factor, and then minus 4 will yield this as a result. They showed the answer like this. All right, I hope that helped out. Again, the homework problems your teacher can assign are these right here. That's it for this video. Have a great day.